that I have taken the day Rofiwa. I know you are from the national department, but this is my province. I dictate. So the decision that I've taken is that we are going to rotate the indigenous games in districts. But the rotation ya rona roira tshwana le disama and SAFTAs and the sports award. We stay in a district for 3 years. We move to another district for 3 years and another district for 3 years. This one does not need consultation. Also, Charity cannot decide that. So if we decide to have the indigenous games after I receive a close-up report from those who have been organizing, if the close-up report in Dadiscat is positive, we're coming back to Bujanala for 2026 and we're closing Mobujanalaga 2027. The other decision that we have taken is to professionalize the indigenous games. We are a Department of Sports and Recreation, not a Department of Sports. So the other thing that we'll be doing from April next year, as a build-up to the next games, Mam Ravikor, we are going to have the leagues. And we're going to launch 2 leagues. We will launch the league paid, and the others code will follow again. So from April, we are going to start the Kakoko. So we want those teams at the service point level, the district. We are not going to wait for the indigenous games. We are going to play throughout and we'll be having our own provincial tournaments. The indigenous games will just be an added. The way by netball on local staff. The other one that will be adding from next year as a league, Kekati. So we need those teams to be active. I know Chance and Lobby are high, but this one, it doesn't need consultation. So Mamrev and the team and the districts, we need those leagues to be active next year. We'll be doing what we call inter-provincial games. Once we have strong leagues, we'll be taking the district leagues and go and challenge Limpopo. We'll go and challenge Mpumalanga. We'll go and challenge Northern Cape. That's what we'll be doing. You know, for the 3 years, FLN now, we've been hosting the National Sports Award, Mosan City as a province. But when coming to the indigenous game codes, we didn't even compete as a Northwest, but we were the host. And the reason is because of we don't give you serious attention that you deserve. We take you up, by the way. Provincial Indigenous Games are coming. Then go on, do the selection at the service point. Do the selection at the district. But between now and the selection at the next day, we don't even think about you, which is wrong. And I'm saying to the team that I'm working with now, that we need to elevate the indigenous games so that we must be able to compete. How Nalidu Award next year, we must be able to send the nomination as a province. Or Ronar Compitaga Cat, Recompitaga into, because of we know that we are going to win. I get about. So that's what we need to do, and we need to invest on that. So as we start with budget process, now, the team that deals with recreation, they've had my instruction, when you go to strat plan, they must be able to defend the position that we're taking. We must be able to empower structures, train them, workshop them, and make sure that they carry out their duties without fear, favor, and prejudice. They must not fail to do their work because of they don't have transport. They must not fail to do their work because of they don't have resources. As much as we support SAFA, they must be supported. As much as we support netball, they must also be supported. And that's what we must do. We must elevate the structures at Indigenous Games to the level that we do with the Sports Confederation in this province. If we take ourselves serious, then the world will take us serious. But no one will take us serious if we don't take ourselves serious. We must stop complaining and do the work that we're supposed to do. As coaches, as athletes, we must start doing what we're supposed to do. We put the negative things aside. When we see something negative, we resolve it until it becomes positive. We don't turn it to be a crisis. We don't take a negative thing and make it a crisis. We learn from negative things and we emerge. There is nothing perfect under the sun. Even Jesus, when he was here, he was not perfect. That's why I tell us, even David himself, so there is nothing perfect under the sun. So the mistake that we do, we must own it up and resolve all of us, because we are all not perfect. But what is important is that we must strive towards perfection. To the drivers, you have carried these athletes here safely, and as they go back, do the same. We don't want to count statistics, but we want to count happy people. In that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to announce the district that has won the overall 2025 Provincial Indigenous Games. I know the results were verified by the independent auditor, and everything that we are going to announce is perfect.